Okay, here we have the machine PLC that's running the screen you see over on the main screen, and it's running all the machine code. This is the hard drive. It's got a CFast card in there. The silver guy here is the Endosoft license. That stores the HMI license, so you always want to leave that in there. The lower port is our machine Ethernet. The upper part would be internet coming in for us to be able to remote in and connect up to it. Over to the side here, this first guy is the Beckhoff license terminal. So this is what gives the license to the PLC. Next is the EL6900. That is the safety PLC. So that's running all of the safety logic for the e-stops and the light curtains and everything. Then here we have a ES1088. So that is a input module. You can refer to the electrical manual for exacts on what's wired into where. There is a ES9410. That is a power module, so that's to insert power for all the safety modules here. Then here we have an EL1904, which is a safety input card. We got two of those, and then there's an EL2904, which is the safety output card. From there is an EK1122, which is the EtherCAT network to go out to the frame node and the servos. Then there's the end cap of the EK1100, which there is another terminal going out for the screwdrivers. Here, this is a CU8803. So this takes the USB and the video from the computer, and it sends it out to the monitor with a single cable. So there's not extra wiring and everything out at the monitor. These are the power supplies. We have PS1, PS2, and PS3. The PS1 is going to be the monitor and the main PLC. And then the PS2 and PS3 is going to be inputs, outputs, and the servo amps. Here we have our terminal blocks here. We have DC1, which, like I said, that's mainly coming from the PS1. That is going to be all of the computer and monitor and all the main control stuff. Then there's DC2, which is all the secondary, which is going to the servo amps, VFDs, inputs, outputs. All of the DC negatives are all tied together on those. There's not a separate DC negative. Then here, you'll see DC1, plus minus, white, black, violet, orange. These are for the light curtains. So this is where the light curtain wiring comes in and goes out. It's just a nice place to junction it for testing and everything if you need. Here we have our ACR. So that's the main control circuit turning the power on, which is powered from our e-stop relay. So as long as the safety card says all the e-stops and everything is happy, it will turn the ACR relay on. Then here we have our 110 volt circuit. So we have our 1, our 1A, 1B, 2 is our neutral. You have 3, 3A, 4, and 5. That's our control circuit. You can see the control video for more on that. Down here we have our breakers. So here we have CT1, PS1, PS2, PS3. So these are all the breakers for the power supplies and the control transformer. We have our main circuit breaker here, our main control circuit and AC unit circuit breakers here. We have a contactor for the AC units for turning them on and off. Then we have the PDR, which is our main power. That's providing 3-phase power for the servo amps and the VFDs. This is the main disconnect, which would have the shaft coming out of it connecting to the handle on the door. Then down here we have more circuit breakers, basically one for each of the servo amps. Below that are the servo amps. There's two kinds of servo amps here. You can see by the labeling and the connections on the front. This is a double servo amp. This guy is a single servo amp. So this amp is for head 1 X and Y. This one is for head 1 Z and head 2 X. This is for head 2 Y and Z. This is for head 3 X and Y. and this is for a head 3Z. This is the Ethercat communication on these guys here. This is the incoming 3-phase power. This is the incoming communication or 24 volt power. And then down below, it has the connectors for all the servo motors. You'll see on the doubles, there'll be one in the front and one in the back. Then a singles, obviously there's only one. Off to the side of that, this is the control circuit, control transformer, giving us all of our 110 volt power, and then which is transformed to 24 volt power. Off on the side here is the AC unit for cooling the panel.